Hi, Ariel. I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Congratulations on getting the fight done. Are you surprised? I'll ask you the same question that I asked Holly. Are you surprised that it actually got done?
After my last fight, I already have a feeling about going to be my next opponent to be Holly, and then where it started about this fight. And it takes too long for the finish, but I'm glad it didn't finish in this fight schedule.
When there were some reports reported by the likes of myself a couple of weeks ago that the fight was dead, did you think that you would remain on the card? And if so, were any other opponents discussed?
I was maybe I really think I was not sure about the fight, but we keep training in any ways if you be hurt or not, and because we think already, close to the camp, like 5 weeks. I think the her team is gonna say yes. We think they already try to do this like this for make sure it's not gonna happen late, but we keep training, just keep training the weight.
Are you the main event, Cris? Are you the main event?
I'm not sure, but I'm not sure. I think so.
I mean, obviously, it doesn't really affect how much you get paid and whatnot, but would you like to be the main event? Do you think this fight warrants being the main event?
I think it'll be a great fight. I think, Holly, I think she's have a good game, and I think a lot of things going to challenge myself in this fight. And I think it deserves. I think we deserve to be the main event. I think people want to watch this fight. People very excited. But this is up to UFC doing.
Is it fair to say, Cris, that this is the biggest fight of your career since you fought Gina Carano in 2009?
I don't think, I think all the fights in my career is really important, and having a lot of fights is special for me. When I fought Gina Carano, I think is the first fight 145. I think each fight is a challenge for me, and I think when I fight Holly and beat Holly, I'm gonna beat her around the same time. And this for me mean a lot because everybody follow my career know how much I did for this fight can happen and don't happen. And now I had the opportunity to fight Holly, and I feel very blessed about.
So you kind of feel like you're fighting Ronda as well?
I think if I beat Holly, I'm going to beat the Ronda the same day.
Wow, that is amazing. Why do you view it that way?
This is coming to my mind. I think I feel like that, because Holly fought Ronda, and when this fight happened, Dana said if Ronda beat Holly, next fight would be Cyborg, and then Holly stopped Ronda before, and then she beat Ronda. I think I just simple think about, simple. I think just simple. She beat Ronda, and if I fight Holly, and I never have fight opportunity to fight Ronda, I think I'm gonna beat some both same way, same night.
Do you consider? I mean, you probably consider yourself the greatest of all time right now, but do you think beating Holly makes you the greatest female fighter of all time, or you're already the greatest female fighter of all time in your opinion?
I leave all my fans think about that. I never think about I'm the best word like that. I never think of it like that. I just want to do my best in the cage, and leave it to my fans think about that.
You also announced last week that you signed a new deal with the UFC. How many fights is it for?
15 months.
15 months. Okay.
4 fights.
How many? 4?
4. Yes.
So it's if they get 4 fights within 15 months, but if you only fight once within 15 months, you're still a free agent?
Yes. If you finish 15 months, I'm free agent.
Wow. That's an interesting contract. Why such a short amount of time? Why did you decide to do that?
I think we just put a little bit more this sponsorship championship clause, but I'm really happy. I think I'm feel good, and then UFC starts with me nice, and I think you're gonna growing together, and then after probably these 2 fights, we can renegotiate again, and you keep working together.
Did you consider not signing a new deal before this fight, or did you have to sign a new deal in order to take this fight?
If I don't sign your deal, it doesn't matter because I have the champion clause. Anyways, I have to fight, defend my belt. There's no change anything, but then I feel they want to work with me, and then I want to work with them. And if you work together, we're gonna be blessed. It's gonna be nice, and then this is the opportunity for making nice fight, and people enjoy my fight and enjoy my career and work together.
No secret that you've had your ups and downs with the UFC. Why do you feel like they want to work with you now?
I think a lot of things happen, and then recently a couple of things I don't really want to change. And then I know it's never too late, and then never too late, and then now new owners, and they want to work with me, and then I feel very then let's try. But at the beginning, I'm really happy with.
Did you sit down with any of the new owners and they tell you how much they want to work with you, or were you not a part of the negotiations?
I was my manager take care of that, but we always talk together. And actually, I want to say thank for George Presidente Tortillas. They did the best, and we worked together. I think almost 6 years, and then start to work with me. And when I was very hard time in my career, and then now we're here, and then share it together. I trust my manager, and I think the new owners want to show them they don't work together and show me too.
So right now you have this fight coming up, and you just signed that deal. It's an interesting time for the sport in general. Do you feel like this is finally the time, because they need new stars, right? And I've always felt like you could be a much bigger star than you are. Do you feel like this is the beginning of you finally realizing your potential of being a new star? Do you feel confident this is finally going to happen?
I think a lot of things already follow me. I think you like my job. I think if UFC is big machine, it's a big company, you're going to be behind me for sure. Now you're gonna open more opportunities, and more girls are gonna like to want to be a fighter. And I think it'll be great.
Was there any talk of you fighting Amanda Nunes in some kind of super fight?
I hear about that, and then in some point I really don't would like fight Brazilian girl. I don't like fight Amanda because we the same country, but people say, but you fight against America. I think if you have the opportunity, if I have to fight her, nothing to do, okay. But if I can fight other girls, for sure I'd like fight other girls. Why are you gonna beat somebody from my country? We share same flag.
Are you comfortable with the amount of drug testing Holly Holm is being subjected to with USADA?
This is how these things started. Her team started about this. Her coach started talking about I'm doping. A lot of things about me. And then I just say, okay, guys, if you think I'm done clean, but I'm all the athletes tested from USADA. I'm the first athlete signed with USADA before being UFC 1 year before, for proven I'm clean athlete. If you guys have any problem with this, I think when you have a glass house, you never have to throw rocks. And then, the team they heard to have the most history, doping, athletes doping, have a problem. And if I just said, if you guys talk about me, let's do the same test. If you test me 20 times before a fight, I think it's fair to test her 20 times too. It's because if you guys come mess up my training, come show up my house 5 a.m., I would like show your house too 5 a.m. It's nothing against nothing. I'm open for do all the tests, but I think it's fair. It's both athletes.
So recently she went on Instagram and talked about how much she's been drug tested. Do you feel like you've gotten under her skin at all? She doesn't usually do that sort of thing. She doesn't usually engage. When you saw her do that, what did you think?
I think she tried to put people against me because I say that, but I shouldn't have started that. Who started that for her team? I don't have anything against Holly. I really respect her. I think she's a great athlete. I think she's have a good challenge for me. And then I just think her team play games. Start like this. And then I think I was testing 1 month to 4 times. And then she's 9 times during 2 years, 1 year. I'm talking about during the fight. I'm not talking about how many times Suzada tests you. I'm talking in the camp for this fight, And then she's thinking about all the tests that Suzada did with her. No, I'm talking about the 30 days before fight, how many times in test her.
Okay. Is it true that you're bringing in Mia St. John to help you train for Holly Holm? They fought back in 2005. One of the more famous female boxers. Is that true?
Yeah, we're going to start training this week. And I have other guys too. So Africa, Don. He's having a lot of fights, more than 100 Muay Thai fights, Southpaw too. We started working already. And I went to Thailand, stayed 1 month there, training for this fight too. I feel very comfortable. I feel very ready. I'm training hard. And, I'm excited for this fight. I think it'll be a good challenge. And all the fans excited too. It'll be nice. Happy New Year.
A couple of months ago, you applied for your boxing license in California. Are you still hoping to box in the near future?
Of course, I like challenging myself. Everybody follow my career now. I like to compete everything. And I just think about, of course, all the athletes you have to think to win. But, I think you win, it's consequence. You're doing a great job. And someone blessed comes from God for you to get the win. And then I like compete if I have the opportunity to fight on box fight for sure. And I did the license because I can open with. And then I signed with 155 pounds, 154, I think 150. I don't know the weight, but
yeah, 154.
I have the more opportunity. And if you have for me, it'll be great.
When you were talking to the UFC about this new deal, did you tell them about your interest to box, and what did they say about it?
They know that. They know. I think I texted them actually when it happened to fight McGregor and Mayweather. I was told him I want to fight boxing too, and they like to play, and then he just laughing, and they know it's really hard, but let's see if they have the opportunity, and I hear I think UFC would like to do boxing promotion. Maybe it can be the first, first fight box for them. I don't know.
Will you also be training with Clarissa Shields?
Yes. Clarissa, she's had a fight January, and then she's probably going to be in my fight. She just texted me, and she's open for training together. And, you have to challenge yourself. You have to try bringing the good people in your camp, for you can getting better. And then, and then she's very, very good athlete. I think there's a lot of things to learn from her.
You feel rejuvenated, Cris? I feel like you're excited for I don't know. I feel like there's some clarity to your career for the first time in a very long time.
I'm excited. I think each training I learn more and more, and then I think I'm my prime now. I'm my time, and then I think my last fight I showed this for the people. Before I was really crazy. Now I think more. I think the 2 times I dropped 140, making me think more because you have to patient and fight. And I think each fight I'm getting better. Each camp I learn more. Feel comfortable, and then I think the experience getting you better. And I think you're getting older, you think more. I don't know, but I feel very happy.
I feel like, in a weird way, Holly can validate the win over Ronda with a win over you. She'd be the only person to beat both of you. Do you think that she is the same fighter who beat Ronda Rousey 2 years ago? Since then, she lost 3 in a row. She recently won. Or do you think that, she's fought for a very long time in boxing and now in MMA. Do you think that her skills have deteriorated?
I think it's going to be a great fight, but I think, we have so much box fights. I think, have a lot of punches. And then I think the one thing when I fight her, I'm going to be the first one. She'll feel my punch. I think she's punched a lot of girls 135. And then I have the time to recover my body after from 140 and getting my switch again. And then, I think she's gonna excite you for the fight too. I think it'll be a great fight for her. I think the great opportunity for getting the belt 145 and maybe try getting the belt 135. Maybe to be the first girl having 2 belts. I don't know. I think she has to push herself. I do every day that. I have to be excited for you. It's your job.
Right, but you're not fighting at 135. Those days are done. Less than 145, no more. Right?
No, 140, no more.
Yeah.
No more, 140.
By the way, last thing, a lot of people brought up your situation with Angela Magana last week when Colby Covington pressed charges on Fabricio Verdum. Did you see that story? And did it seem familiar at all? It seems like people don't like when a fighter presses charges on another fighter for an incident outside of the ring, so to speak, or the cage. Did you see any similarities there at all from reading that story?
I feel when I remember about Angela Magana, I don't feel proud about that happening. I think I don't feel proud about, and I was very sensitive time, and then she speaks very bad, and, but I don't feel proud if to have somebody else around me, my team. For sure, this is not going to happen anything between me and Angela. And I think same thing, Verdun is think about his fight, and this guy is very, very disrespectful. I don't agree with what he say. I think he's very disrespectful to Brazilian. But, if you have your team around you, maybe you have to avoid do something like that. But, happen. It's something happened with Angela. But I'm not proud about it. But, sometimes you don't have nobody around you for tell you what to do right or not. Because, you get in Brazilians, in Brazil, we don't like to hear people speak bad about our country, and then Brazilians are really close together, and this guy is very disrespectful. And I think when something happens with Brazilians, people don't do anything. And when he's go in my country, speak bad of my country, inside my country, nobody do anything to him. You cannot say my country is the people's dumb people. I don't agree with this guy. And then maybe if you buy myself, maybe I do something, But for sure, you have to have a team together, because I think this guy is just wanting getting his name, big name. He's used Verdun's name for growing. And then I think he's an immature guy.
The story with Angela, is it still going on or is it dead?
Our dad, yeah.
Okay, nothing happened.
Yeah, I'm really not proud about. I'm not proud about.
But there was no punishment or any charges or anything like that.
I paid the lawyer. I said he go there and see, do everything. I really don't know too much.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good news. Also, good news. You're back. You've signed a new deal with the UFC. It feels like things are moving in the right direction for you, Cris. I'm very happy for you. Congrats on getting the fight. Congrats on the new contract. And of course, good luck on December 30th against Holm. I can't wait for this fight. I think it's one of the best the UFC could put on right now. And I know a lot of people have been looking forward to it. So thank you very much, Cris. Obrigado.
Thank you, Ariel. Thank you, all my fans. I'm very excited to see you December 30th.
All right. There she is, Cris Cyborg, the UFC Women's Featherweight Champion.